Hello everybody and welcome back to G.Parkers Arcade, where I'm in the office once again putting together some more media files for your Pinball Emporium and some new tables that I'm suggesting and showing you a little table play. Now we're going to be doing something a little bit different, so you're going to have to pay attention later on in the video of what we're doing with these files that you're going to be getting. And I'll get more into some explanation on that later. But I wanted to thank Jose Tavares. I hope I'm saying that right again. With respect, I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong. And he suggested a table, and it's a Tato table, and it is called. And again, my pronunciation is it's Cavcleiro Negro. So this is a table he requested, but it looks like a pretty cool table. I got it up and running here. I haven't installed it into Pinball Emporium yet, but I do got it up and running so I can show you it playing. Then we're going to do a little install, and I'm going to show you some things that we're going to be doing different here on the channel. And I'll get more into that in a little bit. But let's see. I think I already got a ball loaded. And again, I want to thank Jose for his recommendation. Oh, right down the center. Okay, I guess we're on ball 2. That first one was saved. Doesn't look like we got charged for that one if I'm looking at my scoring on the Backglass. Again, I just put this on here just enough to play it. Didn't put the media in or anything to Pinball Emporium. I'm just playing it kind of outside the front end. Now we're on ball 3. Okay, as long as that center light between your flippers is lit when the ball rings, you get another ball. Okay, this is going to take some practice here. Now, okay, let's see what this is. Oh, we're still going. Oh, ball 4. It's a 5-ball table. For those watching too, I am going to try to do a live video every Sunday night around 10 o'clock Central Time on Sunday nights. And I can't guarantee I'll always be able to do that, but that's something I'm going to strive for. So those of you watching, I'm just putting my own plug in for my own live broadcast where I'll play some tables. And I'm not losing any balls yet, so I must be doing something right. I know, my play is horrible so far. Well, drain. Okay, now we're on ball 5. But I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the game. Let's go over here where you're just looking at me here for a minute while I switch some stuff up. And I'm going to explain to you what we're doing that's a little bit different on these tables now. And I'm not going to get too heavy into this. There's been some debate in the community, I guess, and I don't want any controversy. I'm not going to be a Karen. I get enough from Karen as it is. And if y'all know what that means, fine. If not, you can look it up in the Urban Dictionary on on Google or whatever. But anyway, again, I want to keep things happy and lighthearted and tell my stories and play games and celebrate things and share stuff with you, how-tos, and get these how to get these tables out, and some information on how to. I've done a few on how to manipulate things within Pinball Emporium. That's the front end I use. There are other front ends out there, but I use Pinball Emporium. I've been using it since it came out, and I like it. You can use Pinup Popper or whatever, but a lot of the people that watch this channel here seem to appreciate this with the Pinball Emporium. Now, with that said, you notice you've been getting the packs from me complete with everything you need for your wheel art. I call it the wheel art on your Pinball Emporium, and your video marquee video, so to speak, which is what shows up on your two-screen. If you're playing two-screen, it shows up on your Backglass while you're scrolling through, and then while you're scrolling through, it shows a little table play. Those are all things I put together. I produced them. I created the video file. I found images online that looked great for wheel images. I converted those into little MP4 files that have your video marquee on your Backglass, and then I recorded myself in some gameplay for your table play on there. Those are the three main files. Sometimes I try to find the rule cards out there and put them in there for you too. But what we're doing different now is there seems to be some issue. I'm not going to debate it, and I'd appreciate if we don't debate it in the comments on my videos. I don't want to get this into a debate match, but you can go download these tables and these Backglass files for free on the sites that I get them from. But I guess there's some controversy over people taking them, and it seems like we can share those links just fine here on YouTube. A lot of people do it. We share the links. But it seems like there's some controversy over people packaging those up, which is what I've been doing. I'm not going to deny it. I put them in a zip file with the file for the table, the file for the Backglass, and I put them in the right folders along with the files I created in the collections folders that you can just incorporate into Pinball Emporium. Well, evidently there's some concern about that. I don't some question about that. They don't want you doing that. Again, I don't know why. I can't see any logic in it. I download it for you. You go download it yourself. But I'm not going to get into any of that. I'm going to smile and say, okay, we'll stop. But here's what we're going to do. And let me get you over here to my Backglass. And you should be looking at File Explorer now. And I'm going to show you what we've done different. You will see in my downloads folder, this is the table that I just showed you in my downloads folder. I have still put together a download for you that's going to be in, the link to is going to be in the description below. But what we're going to do is we're going to open this, we're going to unzip this like we always have. I'm going to show you what you're going to end up with. We're going to extract here. Now, you're going to see what you ended up with is the same folders you ended up with before. Your collections folder, which is going to have everything laid out the way you need to install it into Pinball Emporium with your wheel image, which is your cover image. It's going to have your video, which is the video that plays on your play field when you're in a tracked mode or when you're scrolling through to find a table to play in Pinball Emporium. And you're going to find your video marquee file. Those I created, those I zipped up, I created those files. I don't think anybody can tell me that I can't share those with you. I created them. I went out and got the artwork, yes, but anyway. But when you come back here to downloads, you'll see the emulators folder I gave you that normally has the tables and the Backglass in it is empty now. Now the reason I did that is still to make it easier for you once you download the file to put it into Pinball Emporium. And here's what you're going to do. You'll notice that there's one other file in here under downloads, and that is the name of the table text file. If you'll take a look at that, if you'll open that up, you can just open it up in Notepad or whatever you want to open it up in. It's got the links. It's the table file from VP Forms, and the Backglass comes from VP Forms too. If you just copy that line, highlight it, right click it, hit copy, and then if you want to go to, let's open a fresh window here. If you want to open up a fresh window, put this in your address bar, right click and paste it in here. It's going to take you to that site to download that table, and you just hit download. Now you will have to register. I apologize for this, but you'll have to register, but it doesn't cost anything to register. And you'll hit download and you'll download the file. It'll be a zip file, and then you'll have to decide where you want to put it and unzip it. Now the same thing goes for the Backglass file. Now this one happened to be in the same place on VP Forms, but they're not always there. They're not always together. Sometimes the Backglass files are in with the zip file with the table file. I can't explain why they don't do that, but there must be some reason. I think different creators create the table, one creates the Backglass, they put them on different locations. It would be nice if they were all bottled up in the same place, which is what I was doing, but they're not always that way. So you right click on this one, hit copy, go back, I'll open up another window, right click and paste it, and here's your download for that. Now it may be a different site. It may be a different site that you have to have an account with. It may not. But you download that file and unzip it. Now what you're going to do is once you unzip that, then you're going to take the table and Backglass files, and if you look at my past videos and the past ones I've given you, you'll look that it goes under emulators, visual pinball, tables, and the Backglass file and the the VPX file, which is the table file, and the Backglass file, which is usually direct. There's different extensions, but they're B2S files. Go in the tables folder here. That's where you're going to put them. In that, you downloaded the file structure from me. You're just going to have to put those. I hope I'm explaining this well enough. I'm giving you the file structure already set. When you unzip it, you're going to get those two folders. You're going to drag those files into there. So let's just do that. Well, actually, I have already done that. So I don't know if people have a problem with this. Let me know in the comments, and I'll do a better video on how to do this. But the main thing is, you need to have those table files downloaded, extract them, and put them in here. And let me give you another example. I'm going to take you into a place I've never taken you before. This is where I keep all my files. I don't think there's any information in here that's top secret on my personal computer, but let's see. I keep track of these as the one I started. But now here is the same table that I have done, but my folders I've put everything into already because I downloaded them. See, tables, and there you go. And just so you can see, One is called a .direct B2S is the extension, one's VPS. But now when you download these, remember, you're downloading two different zip files. When you unzip them, these may have different names. Make sure you highlight the name of the VPX table, right click on it, hit copy, then make sure you highlight the direct B2S file and hit paste and make sure they're the same. Now what I'm going to do is your artwork has to be the same name as those files as well. So I hate to add more confusion to this, but you'll see that my collections folder, let's just take the image for a second, is named the same name as the table file. I will always name my images the name of the table file. So make sure that you change your direct B2S file to the name that the table was and not the other way around. Okay, because all your artwork is going to be named the same as the table file when I put this artwork together for you. And if it's named different, it won't show up. So this is the way we're going to do it from now. Just remember, I'm going to go back to my downloads folder. You'll see when you download this zip, it's going to have your collections folder with all the artwork you need for your front end of Pinball Emporium. It is not going to have the table files and the emulators. I'm going to set this folder structure up for you. And that pinup system needs to stay there in case we do some pinup videos. Pinup tables. But don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt to stay there. Just remember, you open Visual Pinball, you open up tables, and that is where you're going to put those files. Once you do that, what you're going to end up with is the same thing I've got over here. And let me find it. Which is what I've already done. See, I've already taken the collections folder and the emulators folder. These are other folders that I've worked on to create the stuff for you, the text file and my original downloads and all that. But you're going to have this collections folder and this folder, and see, my emulators folder has the tables and the Backglass in it. So, with that being said, I'm going to go back here and gather these two. Now, wherever you save these is fine, but I'm just going to grab these two. Let me open up my second file explorer. This is the way I recommend doing it. I wouldn't keep making mistakes here. Oh, Greg. Keep dragging too far to the end. Okay, now let's open us up a second file explorer. I'm running 3 screens here, so my mouse always runs off the edge, aren't I? I make mistakes. So, now. Oh, nuts. Did it again. Okay. Get it over here. You're going to want to take and go to the root of C, or wherever your Pinball Emporium is. There's your Pinball Emporium folder. Here are your 2 folders that you want. I got to get this over here a little more. You're going to grab these and drag them into Pinball Emporium. That's what you're going to end up with. Now, I have not run this on the front end. And see, it's wanting to replace because I already had the table files in there, so I could run this video earlier and show you the table plan. If that makes sense, I already had it up and running. I didn't have it running in Pinball Emporium, but I already had the table files put in there and ran it outside the front end. Okay, with that being said, let me just close down all my stuff I got here. I'm a man of many windows. Okay, with that being said, let's go to this screen here and launch Pinball Emporium. Which if I was in my right mind, I'd know where it was at. Okay, there's Pinball Emporium launching. And we'll make sure that these all loaded okay. Again, I apologize for having to lay some more of the work on you. And actually, it's harder for me to do it this way. It was because now I got to create that text file, and then I've got to download it and put it in files for me to put on my system, which I used to make files for me to put on my system and then just zip those folders up for you. Now I've got to make a separate set of file folders that don't have those files in them, so you can have them to know where to put them, and you can drag them into Pinball Emporium yourself. Go figure. I don't know. It just seems to be a thing. I'm smiling. Seems to be a thing that they don't want people packaging them up for you. I've been given a million reasons why, and none of them make sense to me. And I wasn't going to give any editorial, but I just did. I apologize. But anyway, c'est la vie. Okay. Visual Pinball X. As Jose said, push the letter M to go to C. And there it is. And I'm glad it popped up, because to be honest with you, this is the first time I've done it. I thought I'll do this and try to go ahead and shoot a video and see if I can get it on the first take. And it looks like it's working. So everything's there.
Table loading.
Load the table. There's only one other thing I got to point out. This is a recap. This has nothing to do with what I talked about before. You see the way the backglass is now? When you do this, it's not going to look like that. And this, I'm going to recap. And if you want to turn the video off now, you can, because if you know how to get rid of the external DMD. But this table comes looking like, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to turn it comes with this external DMD on, clicked. So I'm going to hit OK here and get it back to its original state. Now, the only way I can think to do this is, let's start the table again. This is what's going to look like, and I hope I'm not giving you too much information all at once here. I apologize. You may have to pause this thing. I usually try to go slow so everybody catches this. You see, you got your external DMD here on your backglass, your backboard, whatever. You don't need that on this table. You do on some, but this one has the scoring and the credits, all that built into the direct B2S file. So how you fix that is you hit F1. And you'll see this little box. Now you're probably looking at this sideways like I am now, because of the way I've got this set up. But if you see this box up here, I'm going to move it around. I can get my mouse up there. And you're going to unclick Use External DMD. And you're going to hit OK. It's going to give you this little notice here that you have to restart the table. Okay, so we'll get that. Hit OK. Now, exit out of the table.
Table
Restart
loading.
the table. And there you go. It's gone. Now, if you haven't followed my tip on how to see your mouse, I did a video in the past under tutorials, and I explained how you see your mouse. See, you can see your mouse on the play field, and that allowed me to do that. I'm going to reverse this process. I'm going to hit F1 again, but let's say you couldn't see your mouse. Let me scoot my mouse over there. You can do this. You can hit I want to say it's tab. Yes, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's moving you down the left side of that menu. Now see, hit your space bar. I just turned external DMD on. I don't want it on, so I'm going to turn it off by hitting the space bar. I'm just highlighting, putting a check mark in that box and uncheck marking it. and then I use my tab, and it goes through all these things. Don't change anything except that external DMD. And you're going to see it goes over here to all these things, and it's going to, at the very bottom of that box, is right now it's on the first one, it's on reset, it's on OK, and then it's on, and you'd hit OK right there. I'm going to hit cancel, but you just tab over and then hit enter, and it closes it out. So if you can't see your mouse, you can use your tab key, your space bar to check and uncheck, a tab key to move around, your space bar to check and uncheck, and hit your, and move it till it's, once you get it checked where you want it, hit OK, and use your enter key to exit out. And again, I did a tutorial. I'm not going to go much further on this video, but there is a way to make your mouse visible on that screen, and you can check my past videos under tutorials, and there's one that tells you how to make your mouse visible on your screen, not hidden. It forces it to the front. So, with that being said, let's exit out of this. And let's exit out of this. And I hope this helps. Again, I apologize. I am going to give you the links, which I understand is quite fine. They'll be in that text file. You can go get these files yourself. Again, I'm not doing it to make it harder on you. It actually makes it harder on me. It's not my intention. My intention is just to keep everybody happy. So that's what I'm going to do. So I enjoy all of you. I enjoy doing videos for you. I enjoy trying to help as much as I can. You will still get the file structure set up the right way. You will get the links to the tables where I'm getting them, and which I understand is quite all right. And you will also get the playfield video, the marquee video, and the cover photo, and anything else that may need to go into those that might help you if I can find them, like the rules card is another one some people really like. So anyway, that's why I dumped out the last of my collection. Usually I put one out every Friday, but I had a few collections left were done the old way, so I just went ahead and dumped them out overnight last night. Enjoy. But this is the way the new ones will be from here on out. Thanks for watching. If you like everything, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you like, and or leave me a comment. I like positive comments. I like to be positive and happy. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching.